there is a clear set of events that is happening in the world right now as we are looking at signs of the times, as we are looking at events that are taking place around the world. Have you followed what happened in Kentucky? This is the scar. They call it an earth scar. This is the scar left by the tornado that went through Kentucky. And what you're seeing is that lightened area. That's not grass, that's trees that were completely knocked over, devastated as it went through northeastern Kentucky. This is the earth groaning. Simultaneously, there continues to be a great number of earthquakes. We didn't want you to stay either, so just let the door hit you. The great number of earthquakes, and just here in the United States, there are 3 volcanoes getting ready to erupt. Two in Alaska, and we have an online member from Alaska that watches very faithfully that's involved. Many of you know Petrita. These are things that are happening not by random chance. Why? Well, the earth is groaning. Something is happening. We see these events, and Jesus said they were going to happen very plainly. The Bible has said they're going to happen very plainly. Not to disturb you, not to scare you, but to make sure you stay awake in your faith. And stay strong in your faith. And be encouraged. God hasn't forgotten you. God is working. He's working, and as He is working, the enemy of God and the enemy of your soul is also working. And what we can take away as we're watching the things of the world unfold is that just as Jesus promised it was going to happen, just as the Scriptures promised it was going to happen, it is happening. And so Jesus says, when you see these things, lift up your head, for your redemption is drawing nigh. Jesus says, I am coming soon. Now, when He said soon, He wasn't talking about an expanse of time. He was using a word that means suddenly, unexpectedly, at a day and an hour that most people won't be able to predict or understand, except for those that are being spiritually discerned. And being spiritually discerning. And then the people say we have tinfoil hats. Israel, and you've heard me say this, Israel is fighting a war on 7 fronts right now. From terrorist armies from around the world. 7. Right there they are. As we speak, the IDF has made a major offensive into Gaza. There are 58 hostages left in Gaza. 21 of them are only known to be alive. There may be more than that are gone. So, but Israel is moving forward. 2005, they gave Gaza away. Their land, they gave to the Palestinian people. Why? Peace. They said, okay, we want peace. We don't want conflict in our land. We want peace. So here, we're going to give you this strip of land because this is what you've asked for. Take it. Use it. Thrive. Build your cities. Have your culture. Do whatever you want. But leave us alone. And for the last 20 years, they have built a terrorist army. They've used money from the United Nations to build weapons, to build schools that teach children the exact way, very graphically, how to kill Jewish people, to use cartoons and children's videos to teach them how to kill Jewish people. This isn't made up. This isn't a fantasy. This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is what happened. And for 20 years, they raised up an army that way under the leadership of Hamas, all the while launching rockets into Israel, all the while lobbing rockets into kibbutzes that are hiring them for their laboring, bringing Palestinian people in from Gaza and the West Bank for free medical care provided by Israel. Just last night, another rocket attack from Yemen. I don't know how anything is left standing in Yemen right now. But nonetheless, Iran, Iraq, Syria, all these continue to attack Israel. So pray for Israel. Pray for the peace of Israel. We know what that means. Here's a little good news. I don't know if you know Yuval Raphael. She won second place at the Eurovision. It's a singing competition, an international singing competition that was held in Europe. She is the Israeli contestant, and she won second place. Despite threats, despite Islamists threatening to kill her, and people in the audience trying to distract her and to cause her to lose, she got up and performed. But here's what you need to know about Yuval Raphael. Yuval Raphael was at the Nova Music Festival on October 7th. And she ran for her life, as many did in that festival. And as she was running, she was shot. And she ran to a kibbutz where she found something that every kibbutz has. These little bomb shelters. And what these bomb shelters are, you find them all over Israel. They've built even more now. But what these bomb shelters are, these are concrete structures, probably about the size of this stage here, not big at all, with an opening for people in the kibbutz when there's a rocket attack to go to. And they have these scattered out throughout the kibbutzes. A kibbutz is a neighborhood. It's a dedicated neighborhood of people who live and communally live and for the good of Israel. So she goes into one of these shelters, these bomb shelters, with 50 other people. This is a room that's made for 10 people to hide in, and it's meant to ride out the rocket attack. If a rocket explodes nearby, it'll absorb the shrapnel, it'll absorb the shock wave, and it'll withstand the rocket and preserve life. That's why Israel builds these and puts these all over. This young lady runs into one of these shelters. 50 other people are there because the terrorists are swarming into the kibbutzes now. And as she is in there, the terrorists begin throwing grenades into the bomb shelter. She is wounded with shrapnel from the grenades. They continually throw these grenades into this shelter. And she is now under a pile of dead bodies. And she laid there for many hours to survive. She was one of 10 people that survived in that bomb shelter. But she rose above the anger and the hate and the impossible circumstances and the trauma. I can't imagine the unbearable trauma that this young girl had to endure. And she said, I'm going to do something good with it. And she used music and her gift that God gave her to sing. What a champion. What a champion. That's good news.